Good morning, it's Anthony, Shining Light Fishing. We're out here on Tennessee River again this morning. It's one of our favorite holes. We came down last night, spent the night so we could get right here first thing this morning at daybreak. And we're fixing to get some bait in the water, see what we can do. We hadn't got to fishing several days, so we're pretty excited to see what's gonna happen. So y'all stick around and maybe we'll catch a few fish. We're using gizzard, shad, and threadfin this morning. That's what's usually the easiest to get. So that's what we got. Kind of a little bit shallower over here to our right. Kind of a big flat from here all the way back to the bank. And then it just falls off into a really deep hole. We're sitting about 38 feet. There's some water on down in here below us, gets close to 70. These outside rods we're probably hitting 50, high 50s, nearly 60 feet deep. And we've been sent these hooker terminal tackle hooks. That's the Reaper, and we're anxious about trying them out, see how they do. I can already tell you I like the way they're shaped. You got a big gap. We're not putting that big a bait on this morning, but you got to have a big enough hook for your bait. If you're going to throw big baits, you got to have a big hook. On this one, we're going to load it up. Load this hook up with these threadfin. I catch a lot of fish just loading the hook up with threadfin. Cut the tails off, and sometimes I even put more than that, but that's a real nice offering to a good blue cat. So let's see how it goes. All right, I'm gonna pull the slack up out of these and get me a seat. We got some good fish right on the bottom. I might need to drop some straight down, but there's fish all in this area. May not be catfish, but we're gonna find out. Well, we had a real good run right there, but he stopped just about the time I got to the rod. So we've had them all in, maybe 5 minutes. So that's a good sign. Maybe we'll catch a few. Not sure what you can see. Hope you can see good. Y'all, we've had a few bites, but we're just now hooked up. just now hooked up. And that was on that bait that I showed you. All them thread fin cut off and put on there. They seem to work pretty good like that. We got one on this outside rod out here trying to take off. Oh, wow. Talk about a fish in rough shape. Look at there. Get all that. I'd say that fish has definitely been in a hole, wouldn't you? All right. Let's get it back in the water. So we surely we can do better than this. We'll get some bait, get that back in the water. There's a lot of fish straight down under the boat. I need to suspend some. All right, y'all. Fish on again on that hook full of thread fin. Hook full of thread fin. So far we hadn't been able to provoke any big fish to bite. A lot of these little ones. Pretty fish, good and clean. But you'd make for a good fish fry. Nice, beautiful, healthy Tennessee River blue cat. All right, I'll show you what I'm doing. Clipping these tails just like so. And you can put more of them on, but this seems to be working pretty good for today. And you put them right through the eyeballs. Then on this one, I hook it through the cut side, right through that backbone. It's pretty hard, that backbone is. It'll hold pretty good. And a lot of times, I'll take that tail piece because it's got a good hard backbone in it, and I'll put it on there. And that just helps keep them from sliding off. But that's what's been putting the fish in the boat. And let's put her out there and see what she does this time. Got one over here. All right, she's on the bottom. Let's see what happens this time. That one there had a good run. I had my hands full. He may still have it. We'll give it a minute, and if not, we're gonna have to reel it up. He might have got the bait. Got one biting on her. Got a suspended rod right over here to the side. You probably can't see it. Have one biting on it. Fixing to rig up a couple of more that I can throw out so I can pull a couple of these back and suspend them. They just so many fish swimming along the bottom right here. Feel like we can catch some of them. We've hooked up. I still don't think it's no giant, but it may be a little better than what we've been catching. We may be fixing to double up. This one here's coming out of some pretty deep water. He ain't very big, but we'll give him a minute. There, we got bubbles. Got bubbles. So he's done good. Still no monster, but a fun fish. And that's on that Hooker's Terminal Tackle, boys. Had to get them. That's the Reaper. There he is. Get a good look at him. One of these days, some of these fellas will grow up and we'll have some big fish again someday. Fixing to get one on this suspended rod. Y'all. We've hooked up again. Appears to be halfway decent. Yeah. Now it's swimming toward me, I can't tell. Well, I don't know if he's a good fish or not. He took it down like he was. Oh yeah, yeah. Let's give him a minute. Hope we don't lose him. I want you to see this. It's a good fish. He just come in too easy. He's not huge, but definitely the best one for today. Let's see if I can find my grippers. You catch so many of these little bitty ones, you get a halfway decent fish. He looks like a monster. By all means, he's a nice fish. We're just tickled to death to have him. Boy, I tell you, these Reapers, Hooker's Terminal Tackle, James R. Wood, the Reaper. That's the one I like, I think, so far. When it gets in them, hard to get loose. There he is. Pretty good fish. So we're gonna get him back in the water, get some bait on, see if we can't get some more. Ooh, he got me wet. All right, you guys, I think we got a small fish on this suspended rod. There seems to be quite a few in this area. We're just gonna hang out a while. I still believe there's a big one or two cruising this main channel, easing up on this flat to the side here to feed. So we're just gonna stick with them, see what happens. That hook there is the Davy Jones. That's also Hooker's Terminal Tackle. These hooks, every single different one they've got, every kind they have works. They all work. It's just a matter of personal preference. But the hookup rates are great. The steel in them's good. They stay sharp, and you rarely ever lose fish on them, especially if you actually get them hooked. So, James R. Wood, Hooker's Terminal Tackle. Y'all look him up. All right, y'all. We're on again. On again. I was trying to clean my glasses off. Right. It still ain't no monster, but it's fish. say there's a real deep hole down in there below us we're throwing towards. There's a big flat over there to this side, and just a little ways above us, it's underwater right now, but it's just a submerged island. And then there's two separate channels. One goes left, one goes right up around that island. Pretty good looking, neat looking colors on that one. I don't know how well you can see it, but there he is. Another small one on the thread fin. They ain't producing no big ones, but that biggest fish a little while ago was on a gizzard shad head. And but anyway, we're gonna load it back up with thread fin because we're fishing. And I'd rather catch some fish than no fish, at least today, because I hadn't got to fish in a while, so I don't mind these little ones too bad. Once again, we're gonna put her back in the water, show you how to use these little thread fins. They ain't too small, they're pretty decent for thread fin. Thread fin shad catching tons of eater fish. So let's get it back in there, see what happens this time. Lucky for these fish, I ain't wanting to clean any fish, but anyway. Alright, y'all, we got another. I think I fooled around and lost him. This clicker ain't, it's just a bait feeder and ain't real loud. I wasn't paying it no attention and it about run all the line off. And still got away. Let's see if we got our bait. I think this is a gizzard head, so I usually don't get them off real easy. No, it's still there. Doggone it. If I'd had that, if I'd had the drag tied on that, it'd have set the hook on itself and we'd have got that fish. I'm not always, myself personally, I'm not always a big fan on letting them run. But that's what we're doing today, but it cost us a fish. If I hadn't had that bait runner set for it to run, that fish would have been hung. And that's the one we're looking for to be a little bit better fish out there. Put a little more tension on it this time, see what happens. We got one trying to get caught right over here. He ain't much, but once again, we fishing. Poor little feller. Hey, you probably can't see this, but he's got a full white upper lip. I don't know if you can see it, but I'll find out later. But you see that wide upper lip? It's pretty neat looking. I don't know what that is, but some of y'all might know what it is. I'm gonna let him go, let him grow. He still got it. He just ain't going away from me with it. I ain't sure what it is. It may be a good fish. We'll find out. You're still messing with it. I believe we got him. I was hoping it might be a big one just laying there chewing on it, but I think it's just a little baby. Yep, just a little baby, but it's a fish. If we was trying to do a fish fry this morning, we'd be in good shape. Got a good gizzard head laying here, freshly cut. Put it back down there and see if we can increase the size just a little bit. All right, let's see what happens now. Starting to get a little hot. I don't know how much longer we're gonna sit out here. I gotta get me a top for this boat so I don't burn up. All right, y'all. I think we just missed one. Wow. Well, we still got our bait. That was a really good run right there. I just messed it up. We'll get her back out there. All right, see if we can get it. Well, we missed another. It took everything but the little top of the head. All right, y'all, we're gonna call it on that. It's getting hot, and we're gonna get off the water, go get us a bite to eat, and rest a little while, and we may go back this evening and fish some more. And we just want to thank the Lord for letting us be out here and enjoy His creation. We've had a good time. We hadn't got to fish in a little while, so all these little fish don't bother me at all. So we've enjoyed it. Appreciate y'all for watching. This is Anthony, Shining Light Fishing. We'll catch you on the next one.